Ryan, the gates are open. Do you know what gates they are?
Whose gates are open?
Sony's gates are open.
Oh, slut.
I know, exactly. Have you heard about this? Sony are now slutting themselves out.
I think I might have heard a little something about some
Mmm.
Spider-Man somethings going on.
They're finally
Some Marvel
caving.
somethings. Because their movies don't make any money.
Yeah, it's only taken them, what, a decade to realise that it's not going to work out for them the way that they planned. So apparently, I don't know where it's come from, but it was being reported by a lot of people, so I'm putting some faith in it. Apparently, Sony are more willing to let Marvel use their Spider-Man characters, which means, just as like a theoretical, hypothetical, thing to put out there, it means that we could get Jessica Drew Spider-Woman. It means we could get more symbiote stuff away from Spider-Man. Mac Gargan, Dark Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
They would push my agenda. There's a whole, Venom War event that happened in Marvel Comics, pretty recently as well.
Right.
Obviously, Null we could get as a Avengers level threat. Craven in relation to Black Panther, because we know that Coogler wanted that. There's so many options.
Yeah.
Gwenpool and her,
Is that
multiversal fourth wall TVA adventures, whatever she's doing there.
is Gwenpool part of Sony? That doesn't make any sense.
I don't know. I mean,
She's
Marvel
not
haven't
she's
used her in
not
any way.
actually she's not actually a spider character though.
I know.
Gwen
I don't differentiate between. Oh, according, according to the AI overview.
Thank you, AI overlords. Sorry,
No,
overview.
I'm gonna go to Wikipedia.
Oh,
Go
okay.
with. That might not help either. God. Um. Okay. Well, I guess we're gonna go back. We're gonna go back. Who Who owns the rights to Gwenpool? We're gonna have to go. Oh, we'll go to Reddit. Here we go. She started as a Gwen Stacy Deadpool combination, making her tied to Spider-Man and X-Men. Marvel dialed back the Gwen Stacy part very quickly, revealing her to be named Gwenpool.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I meant maybe it's like a grey area.
Yeah. Maybe that's why they dialed it back, is because they were like, hold on, we.
Yeah. Maybe we can take this character back if we change her a bit.
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, Fox owned the rights to Deadpool, so which Disney
Yeah.
now have. But then, is she really a character? I don't know why we've gone on to a fucking analysis of
I
Gwenpool,
don't
but
think I don't think they're actually gonna bring her into any
no, is there
live
any
action
need for her?
adaptations. No. But it does, yeah, it brings in a whole lot of like Spider-Verse stuff you
Kingpin.
can do, and like
Oh,
Spider-Man villains that they haven't been able to use,
Kingpin's the only
that
one I want.
like Spider-Man villains fight other heroes, and I feel like we forget that sometimes.
Hell yeah! I mean,
Like
I mentioned it with
they're
that
fucked
Daredevil
up
Yellow.
characters. Yeah.
Daredevil fought Electro.
Yeah. They're
They're
all pretty
popping up
close
everywhere.
together in New York, man. Like
Punisher's
it's
usually
not
killing
very
them.
big place.
Punisher's usually shooting at them, trying to take them out.
Yeah.
You got random Jack-o'-lantern popping up and almost killing Spider-Man in Civil War. They're
Hopefully
everywhere.
this means no more scares for the Spider-Man movies they have planned in the MCU, cuz that was getting old really quick.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like they're gonna push for at least another trilogy out of Tom Holland, so that
Yeah.
you've got a solid Spider-Man saga. But then I would start to then I'd start to be concerned as to look, are you gonna recast Peter Parker and
Mm.
do something? What that being said, I had the theory that this was gonna be his last film because he's kind of getting a shit ton of stuff for this film, and he said that he got script approval, and with Secret Wars right there, Are they gonna, like, rein in the
Ooh.
new age of Miles Morales? Are we gonna finally get Miles? Are they gonna recast Peter Parker so you can, like, retain him being, you know, like, in his early 20s as Tom Holland goes through his twink death? You know, like, how... I don't know. I don't know how they play it.
I would like to see. I don't know. I feel like Tom Holland Spider-Man is such a big part of the MCU, but I would like to see him grow up because I mean, everyone does focus on like teenage Spider-Man, but there are plenty of stories about him being like an older hero. I
Yeah.
mean, with the Fantastic Four and everything, doesn't he become part of like he like
Oh, yeah. Future
he like
Foundation.
owns yeah, he like owns the building at one point and takes it over because the
You've got the
Fantastic Four are
whole
gone.
Clone War, Clone Saga thing
Yeah.
with Doc Ock and Superior Spider-Man, and there's so many stories that they could do.
Yeah, and like I enjoy Miles Morales Spider-Man. I think that he would fit well into this, but I don't think that we have to kill off Peter Parker to do it in every single version of the story.
Yeah.
Like they already did that in the Spider-Verse movies, which are great movies by themselves. Like we can have two Spider-Man. I don't know why
Oh,
people
I
think you
think
can't and it's confusing. They
the
have
the
different
video
suits.
games, the video
Yeah.
games like have completely changed. I mean, I know they did it in the MCU, not in the MCU, in like Marvel Comics post Secret Wars,
Yeah.
which is what makes me think that maybe that's what the Sony thing is referring to. Like, you know, oh, Sony are being a little bit more lenient. We might get Miles, you know, which it's really ample timing considering that Miles Morales is super important for Secret Wars. So, could he appear in Secret Wars, do you think?
Well, now it's more possible than it's ever been before, but
I
I don't
mean,
know.
Across the Spider-Verse 2 releases between Doomsday and Secret Wars.
That would be crazy.
Could you have him move into live action in the end credit scene of that? Or even move into live action in Secret Wars
Yeah.
because of the multiverses coming together. I feel like there's a chance now.
That would be interesting.
My big thing's Kingpin.
I know it is.
I want Vincent D'Onofrio on the big screen fighting Spider-Man so bad. Like, give me a full Devil's Reign adaptation. I know that they're gonna, like, MCUify it, but I'm fine with that. I want them to do it. Like, give me Daredevil, Punisher, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones,
Yeah.
Spider-Man, like, all taking on Fisk and his anti-vigilante crew. I think that would be sick. A huge, like, street-level Avengers movie where they're just, like, trying to take back New York from Fisk.
Yeah, I would like some more like vigilante action
Get
with
Swordsman in
Spider-Man
there.
involved. It would be cool.
Swordsman just stabbing people in the streets because he just loves swords so much. Twiddling his mustache. Oh dear. But yeah, we've got possible things to look forward to, and at least in terms of Sony. Let's do the quickfire news because I know that you have you been reading anything?
No comic books right now.
Okay.
Nothing substantial to like comment on.
Well, the thing that the other thing we'll come back around to.
Yeah, we'll get into
So that
that.
we can spend some time on it. But okay, I'm gonna hit you with my quickfire news, and if there's anything that you wanna kind of linger on a little bit or ask questions about or whatever, then stop me as we go. I'll pause appropriately between each one.
Okay.
So you can interject. So we've got our cast for the live-action Tangled movie with Tegan Croft, who played Raven in the Titans show, Milo Manheim, and Catherine Hahn.
I did not
No?
think that was going to be the first
I-
thing that you
That's
brought
it.
up. I'm
I was
very caught
like-
off guard by that.
I was like, how long do I have to pause for?
That is so. I mean, good for them. Hell yeah.
I mean, I'm
Let's go
excited to see
Tangled.
Catherine Hahn. I think she's
Yeah.
perfect to play Mother Gothel.
That's true. She'll do great. I've
No comment on Tegan Croft and Milo Manheim.
eh, Milo Manheim, Wicked Witch. You know, we already know how that goes in the movie.
Flipping around. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no, let's go Tangled, I guess.
Yeah, let's go Tangled. Oh my god. Okay, this is how we'll structure it. I'm not gonna we're not gonna leave an appropriate pause. You can just give me whatever sort of short response you want. There we go.
Okay.
That's how we'll do it. It feels awkward me lingering in silence. Blade has been axed and instead will apparently appear in the upcoming Midnight Suns film.
Okay. You wanted that.
Yes, I did.
You're
I feel like
very
that's
happy.
the way forward.
I mean, we could just pretend like the Blade films are part of the MCU. Why
If you're not going to give me my Blade films, which, if anybody from Marvel is listening, I do actually have a full trilogy written out for Blade that I am willing to sell with credit. Like, I would like named credits at the end and a shout out for the podcast. But yeah, I feel
yes,
like
please.
we're gonna get Midnight Suns anyway. Like, they have slowly been building out the supernatural corner really well as well, like with Mephisto, Agatha all along. You know, they've been like slowly Werewolf by Night. They've slowly been developing all of that anyway.
Yeah.
So why not? Like, if you
Does
you can't come up with an idea for a Blade movie, then
ensemble film. Let's go.
yeah. I don't
Does
know. I
this
like the
mean-
Midnight Suns.
Does this mean Moon Knight's coming back or no?
Probably not. Maybe recast.
Oh my god. I don't
I think
want it if it's a
recast.
recast. I don't care. Because
Yeah,
I didn't
think
care
that's
about Moon Knight in the first place. I only cared because Oscar Isaac played him and it was really good.
I think that's the way that they're going to be going. Which leads me on to my next piece of quick news, quick fire news. What am I calling this? Flash news. I don't know. We can't say that.
Don't
We're
flash me.
616. Our Quicksilver news.
That's better.
Apparently, there were big plans for She-Hulk in Secret Wars, but they're uncertain what to do with the character right now in terms of recasting, axing, or, you know, whatever, because Tatiana Maslany has openly expressed that she's not a big fan of Disney.
Right.
How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I had heard that she's not coming back, that they're not really doing She-Hulk. So, I mean, it's sad that's the way it's going. I do like the character She-Hulk, so hopefully she does still have a part in the movie, but, you know, at this point, they'll probably, I mean, with the reaction that She-Hulk got, which was not good, they'll probably just scrap the whole situation. Like with Moon Knight, even though Moon Knight got a great, was received great by fans.
Yeah, I think that this is going to be like Secret Wars is going to be their moment to kind of pick and choose, like, okay, well, we don't want the Eternals anymore, we don't want She-Hulk, we don't want Moon Knight, we don't want, like, whatever has it, like, you know, if the reception for Wonder Man, you know, oh, we don't want Wonder Man, you know, like, all of these people we kind of pile in that haven't gone down well, Secret Wars is our excuse to kind of, you know, if they're not there, they ain't going to be there after, because we're going to recast them. Next up, apparently a Fantastic Four sequel has been greenlit.
Ooh.
And Hawkeye Season 2 still in the works. We brought that up before a while back.
Oh, wow, yeah.
How do you feel about those?
Weird that we're getting a Hawkeye Season 2 before a Young Avengers anything. Because I thought that was the whole point of, like, wasn't it the end of the Marvels?
Yeah, so there's rumors that they're still pushing forward with a Marvel Champions TV show. Which I think is the wrong route to go. I mean, I'm going to watch the shit out of it, and it's probably going to be my favourite thing in the MCU, but I don't think it's the right route.
Maybe they just like the name Champions better, because Young Avengers is a little on the nose. So,
But why couldn't they have
Eh.
been the new Avengers?
Well, I don't like the new Avengers either. I think that's stupid.
I do kind of like the new
I
Avengers.
liked the Thunderbolts. I thought that was a cool name for a new
That is
superhero
also a cool
group.
name.
And then they were just like, "Nope, you're the new
Well, what
Avengers."
about, if we're
Trademarked.
repurposing names, what about the Initiative?
What the fuck is the Initiative?
The Initiative's like a running comic book series of like an ensemble cast. It's like the Initiative. I only fucking know it from Secret Invasion, but I know it's like it runs alongside certain events, and in Secret Invasion it highlighted like Hank Pym and stuff, like people that weren't they were having their own stories, but they were kind of like not really involved in the main stuff.
Interesting. I mean, it's a cool name, so fuck
Avengers Initiative. I think it kind of, I don't know. I came up with it like 10 seconds ago. Don't ask me any questions.
They
That's
should have
not
just
for
killed
sale.
the Avengers. That's not.
They should have just killed the Avengers.
They did, and then they're
Fucking
like,
hell.
"Here's the new Avengers," and it's got just a bunch of super soldiers. And
Next
Sentry.
up in quickfire news, we should
Ridiculous.
kill the Avengers. Fucking hell. There was a Black Cat movie in the works during 2021 that was storyboarded, but eventually scrapped. How do you feel about that?
I don't feel much about it.
Good.
It would have been probably cool, but whatever.
Oh well. And the world still turns.
Exactly.
Finally, in our quickfire news, there's a 21 Pilots movie coming out, Ryan.
Oh, yeah. I know about this.
There's a 21 Pilots film.
Is it in select
They
theaters?
filmed a concert. They said that they're doing IMAX. And I have an IMAX in like the neighbouring town to me, so there's a chance I can actually go see it. But it did say like just an all-round cinema release, so I don't know. I'd like to go see it in IMAX. I reckon that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, IMAX is nice.
There we go. There's our quick fire news. There's nothing else, I don't think, unless I've missed something on here. So, how do you feel about the latest Fantastic Four Black Panther Doomsday trailer?
I think it's hilarious, and it's the best place for the Fantastic Four to show up in the MCU.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting... Like, my theory was that they would go to, like, where the Baxter Building was, which just so happens to be the new Avengers Tower.
Right?
But it seems like maybe they crash land in Wakanda?
Yeah. Which, Reed meeting Shuri, very excited to see how that goes.
Sue meeting Namor.
Less excited to see how that goes.
Have you seen the theory about Atlantis?
No.
So, Atlantis, from what... Is it Atlantis? Do they call it Atlantis?
I think so.
I can't
Yeah,
remember
'cause
from the
they're-
movie.
Oh, maybe it's not.
We're gonna go with Atlantis.
Are they allowed
but
to call it Atlantis? Is it
Yeah.
Atlantis in
It's Atlantis in Aquaman, but it's copyright free Atlantis.
Right. Because you can't
It could
take
be
that.
a place.
Someone already made that years ago.
The Greeks have claimed it.
Yeah.
But the theory, because in the trailer you see Namora and Namor, obviously like he's on his fucking... We're not going to talk about Namorita. You see Namor like sat on his throne or whatever, and she's got the bubble breathing thing on, and they're surrounded in
Right.
desert, and it's like, well, why would he be sat on a throne in the middle of a desert? And some people have said because in the background you can kind of see like sand hills and stuff. It looks like something has caused the ocean to dry up.
Ooh.
And it could be an incursion. And I
Yikes.
love that. Like, that's the thing that brings them together. Like it does in the comics, you know, is a fucking universe-threatening threat. And fucking Namor's got no choice. He's got to team with Shuri now because Atlantis has been fucking dried up.
Yeah.
And then there's
That's
the thing just there.
Aren't they in the ocean though? So how does it dry up
I
the
don't know.
ocean?
It's an incursion. Who knows?
I don't know.
Maybe it did dry up an entire ocean.
That'd be terrible.
I
That'd be
know.
really bad for our ecosystem.
Well, the ecosystem's going to be non-existent in about 11 and a half months, so it's fine.
Oh my gosh.
They have actually started an 11-month live stream on their YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I think it's cool that M'Baku is king.
Yes, he
It's pretty
needed to be
interesting.
king.
Yeah.
But isn't the rule that the king of Wakanda is the Black Panther?
I don't think that's necessarily true.
I believe it is.
I think it just happened to be that way. But they can't make any more Black Panthers because they destroyed all of the heart-shaped herb, right? Isn't that a thing that happened?
I don't know.
Or
they
did
do
Shuri?
that?
I think Shuri might have recreated it. I'm a bit lost on the concept, but yeah,
Did
no,
she,
I don't.
make a synthetic one at the start of the second film?
Yeah, I think maybe that was what was happening.
Does M'Baku have any kind of abilities that we know of that are maybe
No.
superhuman?
No, the most of the Wakanda, I mean, all the Wakandans are just regular people, even the like Dora Milaje.
I really want M'Baku to be Black Panther with Shuri. I like the brains and the brawn combo.
I think that though, even if he doesn't have powers, if he gets a vibranium suit, he's probably gonna be fine.
Yeah.
So if they just do that and go crazy, I'm sure that'll be helpful.
I'm curious as to what role he's actually going to play in the film, or if he's just there literally to make like some sort of peace treaty between Wakanda and Atlantis. Because I don't really see what else he could do in this scenario.
I think it's just so that Shuri doesn't have to focus on Wakanda and she can go fight the battle.
Yeah, I'm on about like with screen time. Do you reckon he's literally going to be in it for like 2 scenes?
Probably. I think a lot of characters are going to be in it for like two scenes.
Yeah, more than likely, to be fair.
It's a very big group of people. And yeah, I don't think M'Baku's going to have like... Unless they do like a full Wakandan assault like they did in Infinity War, then...
Yeah, but then are you just reheating the nachos?
It seems to be a lot of microwaving going on.
There does... And, there's only so many times you can microwave some nachos before you start getting some radiation poisoning.
Honestly, I wouldn't reheat nachos in the first place.
No.
It's just me.
But, some people have to make money. This analogy has gone quite far. Anyway, I like Namor's outfit. He's got the popped collar, and he looks like he's wearing... Do you know his outfit from the Illuminati stuff?
Yeah.
He looks like he's got, like, the adapted version of the Hickman outfit, so I'm quite excited for that.
So, do you think that the Fantastic Four are coming after their universe has been incursioned, or do you think that their universe is incursioning? How do you even say that?
It's a rare occasion that you ask me about about a full-scale question like that.
Yeah.
Good God. Do I reckon that their universe has already been destroyed?
Yeah. Or is it like the one that's causing it now is like... Maybe they're coming to our Earth to try to be like, yo, how do we fix this?
I reckon that they don't even know about the incursions yet.
They got some other bullshit going on.
They gotta get their kid back. Doom kidnapped Franklin.
Is that what happened?
Doom took that child.
He took him to a whole other universe?
I believe so.
That's crazy.
I reckon Doom napped. Franklin was Doom napped.
How do you nab the most powerful being in the universe?
Because Franklin is aware that the incursions have started, right? And he
Okay.
knows that all these other fucking people, like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four, because Franklin is like a cosmic entity, essentially. He's
Right.
fucking, like, powerful and intelligent as shit, right? So he's gonna be like, Dad can't do shit, Mum can't do shit, Pebble Guy can't do shit, and Johnny doesn't even want to do shit. So I'm gonna go with fucking Tony Stark. We're gonna hoptail it over to this universe
Go with Tony
and
Stark.
do whatever. While everyone's fucking freaking out, like, blah, 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 he's gonna be like, well, fucking New Avengers can't do shit because they're just people with guns. You know, regular Avengers can't do shit because they're trying to copyright their name.
They're in the middle of a court battle.
Yeah, and they're trying to figure out which actors they're going to bring back to make the Avengers. The X-Men are all too old. Like, who else have we got? Is that it?
They are all, like, seriously old.
There's like, Franklin, I believe, is going to be fully aware that, like, nobody other than Doom is capable of saving the universe. It's like that Doctor Strange Endgame moment where there's, like, only one way that we can beat Thanos. Right. And I think that, like, this is all tied into that, like, this is the only way that we win. Is, like, we have to go through all these, like, series of events. You know, Doctor Strange probably saw that we were going to see fucking Tony Stark again or something. I don't know. You know, maybe Doom pops up with RDJ's face and Doctor Strange is like, I've been waiting for you. You know. I can't spoil Secret Wars for you, but that seems very, very likely.
I think it would be funny if we got to this movie and there's not a single incursion. How pissed off would you be?
I might crash out.
That would be it.
It's the one. I just want one.
Just one.
They've acknowledged that they know what they are because they mentioned them in Multiverse of Madness.
Yep.
Professor X said, like, oh, we stopped an incursion from happening. So it's there, like, it exists. I have faith. My faith might be misplaced, but I have it.
You know, hope is all we have in this world.
And you know what? I would rather put my hope in the Russos than my hope in Zack Snyder or James Gunn.
Hey.
We've got the best out of 3, so... And I'm just going to try and find any excuse to shit on James Gunn.
I still hope that they just give Matt Reeves the reins for the entire DC universe.
We're getting there slowly.
We'll see how Batman 2 goes.
It's a matter of time. We'll loop back round because we've got quite a conversation about Batman 2 coming up.
Mm-hmm.
But filming for Doomsday does start very soon. So we're going to start getting set leaks and stuff. I say that. It's probably all going to be filmed on green screen and inside sets and whatever. Yeah. I can't imagine... Like, Secret Wars is, without a doubt, going to be the biggest Marvel film ever. So, you know, they're not going to want any of that leaking out. Unintentionally.
Right.
There's rumours that the first trailer for it could come at the Super Bowl, which would make a lot of sense. Lilo and Stitch was at the Super Bowl last year, and that was one of Disney's biggest films.
Fucking apparently. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. So I think it makes sense. Like, you whack Spider-Man and Doomsday both at the Super Bowl, and you've won the Super Bowl. So,
that's
you know, true. Who the fuck is competing with Spider-Man and Doomsday this year? At least in terms of hype.
Dune.
Fucking yeah, Dune. Dune. That's about it.
They're gonna release the Dune trailer at the Super Bowl.
More than likely, actually. The Super Bowl could be a very big year. I mean, if we don't get a full first teaser trailer, like outside of these little snippet ones at the Super Bowl, we might be waiting until like fucking Comic-Con or D23, and I don't even know if they're doing D23 this year.
Yeah, I don't even know what that is.
D23 is like Comic-Con, but specifically for Disney.
Oh.
And they've started like, a lot of the time Disney are now not going to Comic-Con. They did last year because obviously they announced RDJ, but it was
Right.
their 50th year or something. It was like San Diego Comic-Con's like 50th anniversary, so it was special. But usually they don't go. Mental as well that we've been getting like small Doomsday leaks since D23 last year. It's so long ago.
Yeah, it's been going for a minute.
Would you like to mention Marvel Rivals?
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Crazy things have been happening. I spent money on this game again.
That's
Real
not the
American
crazy
dollars. It's the crazy thing to me. I feel pretty crazy about it.
Thing. Why have you spent money on it?
Because of the Lady Loki skin.
For the Gooner.
Yeah.
You be gooning.
I just like to look at girls when I play the video games. It's not my fault.
It is despicable of you.
I am but a man. Kind of.
Butterman. I'm Butterman.
Butter.
Who else have they added in?
We just got like a teaser for the new character for Rivals. Or was he officially released yet?
Oh,
Did
he
that thing
comes
happen?
out Friday.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
So-
Deadpool
Pretty close.
has arrived, almost about to arrive. He's on the way.
Yes. And our worst fears have been confirmed. Because
Yeah.
he's going to be a jack of all trades.
Huh, which means when
fucking
you
hate.
load into the game, and of course, forever now, there will be at least one Deadpool on your team. You don't
Yeah.
know what you're gonna get. So how are you supposed to build your team?
I am hoping...
Can you just switch during the game?
Well, okay, that's what I was about to bring up. I'm hoping it doesn't let you switch. And you have
Right.
to commit to each role. Because, like, otherwise get off the character kind of thing.
Right.
But then, like, if somebody changes off of Deadpool and somebody else picks him up, do they pick their own? I don't know. I don't like it.
I think that it's gonna be changeable in the game because they had him with that comic book running around. So I'd assume that you can
so
just
shit though.
pick whatever.
Unless
is-
he's
it
unless
is
like
crazy.
he's essentially just a duelist that's crap at all the other stuff.
I don't know. His healing seemed pretty good in that preview.
I don't think I
He
even
was-
got that far into the preview.
I made the joke to someone the other day. I was like, what is he gonna do? Shoot people to heal them? He literally is. Shooting people to heal them. So that's the kind of game we're playing. And he heals people with his swords somehow. Because that makes sense.
I mean, is he gonna have like I don't know. I don't like it.
I think it's funny.
Maybe they'll figure it out and maybe it'll work. And he is the character to do something like that with.
Yeah.
But I just don't...
Do you think we'll get a Gwenpool skin?
Oh, fuck. I don't fucking know.
Bring it back. That'd be awesome. Anyway.
I was actually going to ask you, are there any, like, other... Since they're doing the Lady Loki skins, are there any others that you could see them doing alternate versions of? You know, like Carnage for Venom.
I still want them to add Miles Morales in because he's got different powers. And I feel like if you did Miles Morales, you could also do Gwen Stacy as a Miles Morales skin. And yeah, definitely some Venom. I mean, you mentioned it before too. Captain Carter would be fucking awesome as like a Captain America skin.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
I would buy that one.
there's so many things you could do. You could do Jane as Thor.
Oh, yeah, the Mighty Four. Yeah.
And Beta Ray Bill as Thor,
Yep.
as a Thor skin. That'd be
I was
cool,
waiting for you to say that.
which Marvel Cosmic Invasions actually has Beta Ray Bill as a playable character, so that was crazy.
I think
don't
you
like-
could maybe get away with doing Nova as Iron Man.
Maybe. No. Maybe.
What are Nova's powers? Does Nova shoot shit?
Not guns.
No, but like
He
he's
has,
got
like...
fucking repulsors out of his hands. Can Nova do that?
Yeah, but he's like a nuke, Nova.
Yeah, what the fuck is Tony Stark's ult? He literally nukes everyone.
I feel like if they added Captain Marvel,
Maximum
Nova could be a
pulse.
Captain Marvel skin.
Okay, well I'll meet you in the middle on that one then.
Okay.
What about Kate Bishop Hawkeye?
Yes. That would be awesome.
How do you feel about Wiccan Scarlet Witch?
I'm cool with it. I'm down for
Flip it around, Wicked Witch.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, I would be okay, like, if that's how we get Wiccan, I'd 100% be
Vision
down
as an
with him
Ultron skin?
Yes.
Let's fucking go, Will. Let's just go crazy. We can do it.
I mean, this started with Injustice. Injustice did this first, where they released, they did... Who's the dude?
Shuri is Black Panther. Anyway.
No, because they didn't do Marvel. They didn't do Marvel. They did DC.
Well, yeah, I know, but I was just continuing. I just needed to get that in there before we switch topics. Go ahead.
They did premiere skins where like you could get Professor Zoom in place of the Flash, and like
awesome.
Jon Stewart Green Lantern instead of Hal Jordan, and like regular Bruce Wayne instead of Batman. I'm trying to think of. Is it Black Lightning? Is that a character?
Yeah.
Okay. They did Raiden from Mortal Kombat, I believe, as Black Lightning, or possibly Black Lightning as Raiden. I can't quite remember. Which is like completely different ends of the spectrum, but they did it and that was cool. So, and they had like their own voice lines and, you know, special like win animations, but they were essentially the same characters with the same abilities. So, Injustice did do it first, and I was hoping that Rivals would do this, and I hope that they commit and double down on it, because it adds so many options for the game. You get new Lord icons.
Lady Loki was like
MVPs.
The coolest one to do this with. Like,
especially testing the waters with it as well, because it's such a Loki thing.
It is.
Whereas now you can, like, you know, if that skin sold really well, crack out your Captain Carter. You know, crack out your fucking Carnage. I think it's great for it. I'm excited.
And I guess, because the game's getting really big, you know, like size-wise, when you're trying to download it, it's fucking huge. It's like 60 gigabytes now, and it just keeps getting bigger when they add more characters, because you do have to make a whole skill set for this character, and then new skins for this character, and animation. Everything is all new when you add in a new character. But with the skins, it's gonna make it a lot easier to just keep it smaller without having like 8 million characters you have to choose from on the loading screen. And then they have the revolving skins, so you don't have to pick one that's your favorite. Like, you can have a bunch of different ones, and then whenever you load into the game, it's something different. I think that's cool as fuck.
Yeah. Polaris as a Magneto skin.
Yeah. Let's do that, please.
Oh my days.
Or as a Scarlet Witch skin, I don't give a fuck. But it wouldn't make a lot of sense powers-wise. It would make more sense with Magneto.
Yeah, I'm like brainstorming and trying to think of more, but I've run out.
Yeah.
I'm useless now, I've gone. I kind of want Howard the Duck in place of Rocket Raccoon. Like, it's Howard the Duck in, like, army fatigues. He's got, like, a beret on. He's got, like, a minigun.
That would be hilarious.
Or, like, a bandolier. I feel like that would be pretty sick. And maybe Cosmo in place of Jeff.
That would be awesome.
Like, she, like, disappears into the floor. Like, teleports. Like, maybe give her teleporting abilities or something. I don't know. Maybe she froze up on people to heal them. I don't fucking know what Cosmo does.
Oh, that would be gross.
But she's like a telepathic dog. You can just have her telepathically heal people. I don't know.
Yeah, just make the animation for the healing look different. They've already done like the ults being different and having different stuff in them. So I mean, it really does like it means they can do whatever they want, basically.
The game is doing a really great job of letting you customize who you play as. You know, you can change most outfits, you can pick different skins, and now you can pick alternate characters.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that the game remains popular and
Me too.
doesn't flop. It's all hindering on this Deadpool for me at the moment because my attention's been on other video games lately.
Yeah.
I'm like, I want to get back into playing Rivals.
It is.
Oh!
It does get difficult. I mean, because sometimes you're playing competitive and you're just playing the same game modes over and over again. So when you get your new like season update, you get new maps at least, maybe similar game modes, but it changes it up a little bit. So it'll be nice to see what they do with this season update.
Listen to this.
Mm-hmm.
Miss Marvel as a Mr. Fantastic skin.
Yeah.
And
That's
Juggernaut as the
genius.
Thing.
That's genius.
See? Fucking hire me. I've got a fucking... Okay, so I've got this Blade trilogy, right? It involves Dracula, it's got like Iron Fist in it, and it like culminates with like Mephisto and stuff. And then also I've got all these brilliant ideas about Marvel Rivals. I'm born to be bred by Disney. I'm the biggest
Oh
Disney
my
shill.
god.
I have childbearing hips. Walt Disney, come at me. Come in me.
All right. I'd like to be left out of this.
Very quickly, it's not on the schedule, so I apologize. But before we talk about Predator Badlands, how are you enjoying Fallout since you've watched the more recent 2 episodes?
I'm still liking it a lot.
Good.
Like, you said that the newest episode, what was it, episode 4?
Yeah.
You said that was the best episode, and I haven't played the game, so I don't really understand why it would be the best, but it was really fucking cool. I mean, I know that everybody's been waiting to see New Vegas,
Yeah.
you know, so I guess I understand that aspect of it. But yeah, I don't, just like the little things that they add in, like her getting addicted to drugs, was so funny.
They've done such a good job in general this season, but mostly, in my opinion, that episode of like being able to sprinkle in enough fan service while also moving the story along.
Mm-hmm.
Like, yeah, they spend, 5 minutes killing the kings while they're in feral ghoul mode, which doesn't really progress the story much, but it gives you a little bit of character development for Lucy and the ghoul, because the ghoul's, realizing what kind of person she's slowly becoming because of his influence and stuff, while
Right.
also giving us some really awesome fan service. And I don't know, I like the balance that they're doing with it. They made a lot of subtle references. For people that know Fallout, there was an FEV reference, which, God, the FEV was like a mutated virus made, I believe, by like the Enclave or Vault-Tec or somebody pre-war, and it's the reason we have Deathclaws and we have super mutants and stuff. And there was a reference to that when Norm and the settlers from the vault that have escaped, one of them said, "Oh, let's move on to phase 2," and he called it something. I can't remember what it was, but the initials were FEV. So
I do
get the
remember
impression
that.
I get the impression they're gonna be like replicating the FEV virus, which is fucking terrifying. Because it's really massive in Fallout lore and has created a lot of awful things. But yeah, they're just very small references like that, and even the big references, like you said, they finally get to Vegas. I said to you, like, they might not get to Vegas until the last episode, and we're 4 in, we've got like 4 or 5 more, and we're already there.
Yeah.
And I mean, there's a lot, like, New Vegas is tricky because Fallout New Vegas has a lot of diehard, like, neckbeard basement dwelling fans.
Yeah.
Like, I'm talking like Star Wars fandom level
Right.
of like pure hatred for anything that doesn't go their way. So there's people that
Makes
fucking
sense.
hate this show because it's like, oh, they're choosing this ending, or oh, they've destroyed the strip with Deathclaws, or, you know, the NCR is shit. Like, some people fucking hate this TV show. But
Yeah.
it is a good show regardless of the decisions that it's making.
Yeah, I do think, like, as just a regular viewer, it's very entertaining. And it does make me, like, feel connected to a universe like Fallout. Like, when I see my friend play the game, because I have played some of the games, like, with you, Fallout 76, and
Hell
then
yeah. We
I've been
ran straight into a
watching.
Deathclaw.
Yeah.
We went to that fucking Deathclaw Island, and I'm like,
I
Ryan,
have.
go over to that island.
I have
Why? What's over here?
terrible.
There's good loot over there. Quickly go over there. I was like, what's that roaring noise?
I'm terrible in video games for getting myself into trouble. But yeah, I've been watching my friend play Fallout 4, and it's just like the music and the action, like it just gets you like in the realm, like the mindset of Fallout, and it's fucking awesome.
I spoke to somebody at my work about it as well. Like, they're making so many practical sets. You know, like, Amazon could make a vault that you could go visit, and which is like super meta considering like the message of the show.
Yeah.
It would make Amazon into vault tech, but they could do it, and I would lap that shit up.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I would love to go visit a real vault and like walk around it and get to like try the food and stuff.
There are places in where's Vegas at? New Mexico? I think so.
Nevada.
Nevada. There are places
New
in
Mexico.
Nevada that are, I've seen them on TikTok. They're built like, or like the people that own the places like really lean into the Fallout like aesthetic. So you can
Yeah.
go there and like get a drink from Fallout and like look at all the decorations that they have. It's super fucking cool. But yeah, a place like official like that you could go see. I mean, didn't they, was it Fallout?
They
What did they release in the, was it the Smithsonian or something? They had like
oh, I think
a
I know what you're on
new,
about.
I just can't remember what it was for. But they had like, you could go in and see, man, what what the fuck? What was that about? Oh well, I like that, like dioramas, like life-size dioramas of shit. That is super fucking cool.
Oh, the only I did, there was something that I had seen a while back, and I've just found what it was. But somebody who works at the Smithsonian a few years back was playing songs from the Fallout 3 radio, because in Fallout 3 you get to go to the Smithsonian.
That's cool.
Yeah, you have to go that you get to see like the NASA spaceship and stuff in game. So that was pretty sick.
Oh my god, it wasn't even the Smithsonian I was thinking of. I was definitely thinking about the Spider-Man exhibit in Chicago.
You're just 15 minutes late
Yeah.
with the topic.
I just, whatever.
I mean, we 15 minutes ago would have ate that shit up, so.
Yeah, we would have.
But yeah, for the premiere for Fallout, like for season 1, they did build like some Fallout sets and stuff, and I mean they've had people walking around in power armor, like
Oh,
all
that's
of that
cool.
shit's practical. So I would love it, like fucking Disneyland, but it's Fallout.
Yeah,
like
I
the
was
Star
gonna say,
Wars.
imagine a theme park, like,
You get to go to the Brotherhood of Steel, and like you get a tour around a Brotherhood of Steel base, and there's like a paladin in armor giving you the tour guide and stuff. It would be pretty sick.
yeah.
Obviously, Deathclaws. Everyone was very excited for Deathclaws. I was very excited for Deathclaws. They've done Deathclaws justice because that thing looks fucking terrifying.
Yeah.
That final scene was like something out of Jurassic Park.
I think they did a good job, like, explaining to me that it was before, like, the actual, because I would have assumed immediately that that was a mutation from the
I
nukes
did.
being dropped.
I didn't know until the episode dropped, and I'm like,
Yeah.
holy shit, and then like did some Googling, and you know, there's people taking the piss on like Twitter and stuff of like, people are saying, well, this is where we find out how much lore Fallout fans really know. Because like Deathclaws and super mutants and things are all pre-war.
That's incredible.
Which are, you know, it's a lot to like kind of wrap your head around, but they were all made to fight in the war and to aid the war efforts. So it makes sense that like ironically those would survive the war.
And AI was also a thing in Fallout.
Oh yes.
I heard about this. Do you think that's going to be in the show? Like
it is to a degree already, I guess.
Yeah.
You mean you mean the synthetics?
I think so, yeah.
The Institute. Okay. Oh. Let me tell we're going on full tangent.
Okay.
Full tangent. So it's kind of teased in Fallout 3, but the big story for Fallout 4 is the Commonwealth, or Boston, is the home of the Institute, which is this super high-tech secret company that their entire base is underground, like Voltec style, and they are hyper advanced, and they're making synthetic people that can replace real people, and they're like the boogeyman of the Commonwealth. They will steal people during the night, and the next morning that person is now a synthetic.
That's terrifying.
Yeah. So, like, for example, Diamond City in Fallout 4 is the main city in the game, and you go there, and like one of the first things you get told is that like, we don't like simps, we don't want any simps in here, you know, anybody that's suspected of being a simp can get the fuck out. The only person that they allowed is a detective who's a simp called Nick Valentine, and that's because he's like, part of his face is kind of torn and stuff, so like he's openly a simp. They know and they're aware, and they're like, you know, you're not. It's not like a wolf in sheep's clothing situation with him. So they're okay with him being there. And when you first get there, there's like this whole interaction with the mayor and stuff, and he explains the situation with Diamond City, how they don't want simps and whatever. And then after you finish the story, you find out he was a simp, but he didn't know it. He wasn't aware.
That's crazy.
So there's like the highest grade level of synth, which I think is like synthetic version 4 or something, aren't even aware that they are synths. And
because
you can come across, because they're so realistic and they've got the memories, you can come across loads of people with like this synth paranoia where they don't know. And you can like talk them down and persuade them, or like, you know, oh, well, you might be a synth, you should go kill yourself.
Holy shit.
or like, even if you are a synth, then it's fine. Or like, I don't like synths, so I'm going to kill you. Like, there's so many different options that you can go. And they did this really cool thing with the DLC for Fallout 4 where you get to meet like Jesus synth, basically. He's like this fucking all-knowing synthetic. And he poses the question to you, how do you know that you're not a synth? Because when you play the game, you only get to play like 10 minutes of your pre-war life as the bombs drop, and you generally don't remember anything before that. And he says, how do you know that you weren't manufactured by the Institute, turned into a synth, and replaced in your cryopod? Like, you could 100% be a synth. So you get to pick, basically, you know, whether or not you are a synth. You could be role-playing as one or whatever.
Wow.
But if the Brotherhood of Steel have control over the Commonwealth, the suggestion would be that the Institute is destroyed. But it depends on, like, was Harkness telling the truth when he came from the Commonwealth? Like, do they have a grip over the Commonwealth? Or are they actually pretty shit?
I think it's interesting. But, like, okay, so so the Brotherhood of Steel don't like synths?
No, they like fully against, they don't like ghouls, they don't like anybody with mutations whatsoever.
I figured if the synths were on their side, they would use them like a weapon.
No,
because they use technology, just not like, they don't like when other people have it.
So you get a companion from the Brotherhood of Steel called Paladin Dance. And every companion in the game has like a little like side quest that you can do, and his wraps into the main Brotherhood of Steel storyline, and the Elder Maxon sends you to Paladin Dance because they find out he's a synth, and you have to basically pick whether or not you're going to kill this dude that you've been traveling with, or whether you're going to help like smuggle him out or whatever, because Maxon makes it pretty clear they've got like a no synth policy. Basically they want like purebred humans.
Jeez. Okay.
They're very, very like...
So, when you play the game, how do you play
anti
it?
anybody. So... okay. So, Fallout is all about factions, right? And you usually side with a faction, and you get a different ending depending on the faction. There's a little faction called the Minutemen.
Okay.
And they don't really have much of a story. It's not very fleshed out at all. So I kind of cheat the game a little bit, and I roleplay it a lot, and I side with the Minutemen. You can finish the game as the Minutemen, but it's just not as fleshed out with like a full storyline as the others, because it's meant to be all the Fallout, like across Fallout 4, there's all these settlements, and the Minutemen are meant to be rebuilding the settlements and expanding their force. They're basically like the people's militia. They're, you know, the home defense or whatever. I don't know what you would call it. So they're meant to be protecting the Commonwealth first and foremost, regardless of who lives there. So you can take out everybody when you're playing as the Minutemen. You can infiltrate the Institute and blow it up. You can bomb their Brotherhood of Steel airship from the castle using artillery.
So you're more of like a free agent.
I like playing all of the sides a little bit and kind of like going off and doing a couple of missions with the Brotherhood and getting what I need from them, and then kind of like going to the Institute and getting what I need from them. There's a faction called the Railroad, which help refugee synths escape, and I like going to them and getting a few things from them, and then usually killing them all. The only morally good ones are kind of the Railroad, but even they have, like, really, really powerful weapons that are a little bit, like, morally ambiguous, that you're like, you know. So I like building my own settlements and kind of just getting rid of the Brotherhood of Steel and making the Minutemen, like, my own faction.
Interesting. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I mean, I've played the game through fucking... like 100 times, and I've played like every single way, and each one's got its own... You can do like variations in it where you play like each one up to a certain point, and then you can like go over... There's like cut-off points and stuff. You get to like a certain point in the mission, and then you can go over and do other stuff. But yeah, I'm a big Minuteman person. I like my Minutemen. Which I believe are a real Boston thing. There's like a Boston Minuteman statue.
Interesting.
So there you go. I hope you don't have any other questions about Fallout.
No, that's pretty much it. That was interesting. That was cool to hear about.
Set me off.
Maybe
Somebody
as
at work
we go,
did the
we'll
same
ask some
thing.
more questions.
Someone at work was like asked just a casual question, and it was like 20 minutes later, and I like took this big inhale. I was like, because I'd just been rambling for so long. But yeah, I want them to do spin-offs and stuff. I don't know if we spoke about this last time on the podcast, but I really want like an anthology Fallout Vault show.
Yeah.
And like, you know, just fucking explore the Fallout world. There's so many stories to tell that you don't even need to be affecting video game canon and like upsetting the diehard fans. You can go off and you can just do shit that isn't even relevant.
Yeah. It is a
There's
very
one
interesting
question
world.
though. There's one question though that I'm going to ask you. Because we don't have an answer for it. Do you think the entire world is like that, or do you think it's just America? Because we don't know.
I think based on how the world works, right? If anybody hits their nukes, everybody hits their nukes. I think it would be the whole world, personally.
Okay.
I
I
don't
mean,
even
it
think
does make
people.
sense
But
that it
like
would be the whole
also,
world.
even if one person gets hit by a nuke, like the effects of the nuke happen all over the place.
Yeah.
A very large radius. If a country as big as America got like bombarded by a bunch of nuclear warheads, like the world would kind of be a little fucked.
Because I think they've. Oh, I don't know if Todd Howard, the fucking like head of Bethesda, has said himself, but like it's quite a common thing that people are aware of. That like they're not gonna do any Fallout games that aren't set in America because the whole point is to kind of parody capitalism and like the fucking social hierarchy and stuff. Like it's all like a commentary on America.
Right.
That's the whole point of it. So we're probably never going to find out what happened to China or to Britain or, you know, what happened to Canada after it got annexed by the US.
But it would be cool for them to explore it in a way like this without it being a video game.
Yeah, yeah, I would be
Because then
down for like
you could still
this being
have
the
the
expanded
people.
media.
Because I don't think it sucks for like because for some reason everyone thinks that once there's an adaptation that's like the end all be all of the story, but it's really not. It's just a version of the story.
Yeah. I'm enjoying it and I'm excited to see where it goes. And there's one thing in particular regarding Mr. House that I'm excited for you to kind of like. I want to get your reaction on it and like I want to see what they do with him because he's such an important character. And yeah, I mean,
I think I've been seeing some things about that. The
possibly,
actor.
possibly. There's things about like body doubles and whatever. I don't know like what they're doing with that storyline if that's even a thing. But just where his character is involved in the New Vegas game, like how he's involved and stuff, I'm just excited for you to see and like react to and stuff. Predator Badlands, did you enjoy it?
I did.
Moving on.
It was funny.
Just leave it at that. Let's go on to fucking Sebastian Stan joining the Batman 2.
Woo!
Oh my days.
Wonderful things are happening.
This has been like the biggest news of the week.
Yeah.
Like this has been huge. Like bigger than Scarlett Johansson possibly joining the film.
Everyone is like it's confirmed he's Two-Face. Have they actually like confirmed
No.
that?
No.
I didn't think so. I think it's still rumors, but I really
still
hope it's true. Because
At this point, if they don't make it true,
everyone's gonna be very upset.
this is gonna kind of link into like what we talk about later. But yeah, this is a case of like the fandom who's just fucking gone wild and jumped to their own conclusion. But I mean, it's a good conclusion though.
It would be fucking awesome.
There's rumors that Scarlett Johansson will be playing his wife, Gilda Dent, which means that they are going to be adapting The Long Halloween. Do you know what the spoilers are for that?
No.
Though I won't tell you.
I was given when the first movie came out, the theater that I went to was doing comic books.
Yeah.
So I did get like the first issue of The Long Halloween.
That would be interesting if they give out the second issue.
That would be interesting.
The second film.
Or maybe just a different Batman issue.
Maybe. But yeah, it seems like if that's true, then it seems like they are going to do an adaptation of The Long Halloween, which, you know, Matt Reeves is probably the best person to be doing that with this universe and stuff. Barry Keoghan apparently returning as the Joker. I'm personally very happy about it. My personal favourite live action look for a Joker. I think he looks fucking terrifying, and that's what I want from my Joker.
Yeah.
Please give me scary looking, like, serial killer Joker. I don't want hot Joker. I want scary, I fell in a vat of acid Joker.
I think having like all the Batman villains be like this kind of horror-esque. Like it makes sense for Batman.
Yes,
I
I love
really
shit
like
like that.
that. And it bodes well for if we do get Two-Face. Like his character design is probably gonna be cool as fuck because his one side of the face is supposed to be pretty gruesome. So it'll just be really cool to see it.
It's gonna be interesting to see. I think the Batman 1 was rated 15 here, and there was like quite because there's not really anything like nasty in it per se. Per se Jackson. Sorry. We'll talk about that later. Sorry. I that was impulsive. I didn't mean to do that.
It's become like a vocal stim, just his name.
Yeah. It's a really satisfying name to say.
It is, yeah.
I shall name my firstborn it, per se.
Percy Jackson, last name.
Per se Jackson. What the fuck? Go
Peter
back.
Johnson.
No. Let's fucking rewind the clock. But we fucking. I had a pitch from a decade ago of the Joker being the crooked man. Like, he was a myth in Gotham that fucking snapped people's necks. And he had, like, a fucking laughing vocal stim. I want horror Joker so bad. My favourite Joker is the one where he fucking skins his face off.
Yeah.
Like, gimme that shit. I could see Barry Keoghan fucking lopping his own face off and stapling it back on.
Yeah, the regular Joker, I don't like the Joker. So,
No, he's
I think
boring.
He is very boring, a little bit. And
I like some scare to him and like him being a genuine threat and like, oh, he's kidnapped Robin and fucking tortured Robin for like 8 days because he's a maniacal bastard.
Yeah.
I have an idea that maybe, because like the first film paid tribute to a lot of like thriller horror stuff, I have a feeling that in this second film, Barry Keoghan's Joker, I know that like this wasn't the point of the news, we were supposed to be talking about Two-Face, but we'll get back there. I think he's going to be like Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah.
And
like
they're going to like
people?
build on that deleted scene and Batman's going to be like visiting him.
Oh.
Because...
I thought you meant he was going to be a cannibal. I was like, oh shit, okay.
No. Like, he's going to be in prison and Batman's going to visit him throughout the film. Because who better to talk to about someone with split personalities than the Joker?
So do you think that it's not just going to be Harvey Dent and it's going to be, like, he's going to become Two-Face in this movie?
I mean, he fucking better.
He better.
I don't want to see Sebastian Stan playing Sebastian Stan in a suit.
Yeah.
Like, give me some fucking gnarly Two-Face fucking... I don't know, like, in Arkham City, the video game, your introduction to the game is Two-Face hanging Catwoman over a fucking vat of acid. And he's flipping his coin and doing a monologue. Like, give me some... I don't know, the only comic booky Two-Face we've had is the Batman Forever one. And he's not really Two-Face there.
Yeah.
He's kind of just Joker there.
Yeah, I have Robin Year One, which in that Two-Face shoots Robin. Which, like, that's always what I think of when I think of Two-Face, is that comic book. So it's very interesting. I don't know. He is scary. He can be scary.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited.
And like mixing him with Cobblepot, like after we got the Penguin show and we know how much of a fucking psycho Cobblepot is.
Yeah.
Like we've lined like him with Barry Keoghan's Joker looking the way that he does. All we're missing is like Scarecrow and Hugo Strange, and you've got the scariest fucking Batman villain lineup.
My first, like, my number one was always I want a Scarecrow movie. So I am, like, I've never been a huge Two-Face fan. This is probably going to change my opinion of Two-Face completely. I definitely thought that Scarecrow was, like, the obvious next option. But if we get Two-Face. It just is what it is. And I do think they could do a really fucking awesome Scarecrow still, like, if they get another movie. Which they should. I mean, we haven't seen 2 yet, so let's wait. But I do think that, like, a trilogy Batman with some really scary villains would be fucking awesome.
I do agree that, like, especially with Matt Reeves, he's probably the perfect person to be doing a Scarecrow movie. But I do lean, and, like, it's stereotypical and stuff, but I lean into the Court of Owls.
Yeah.
And I think that, like, because I think it's just because they did them in Gotham, but, you know, they've not done them in film yet, and I love the Court of Owls and, like, their aesthetic and stuff. And the idea of, like, these secret societies and, like, these fucking rich people wearing the masks and, you know, meeting together underground and discussing things and whatever. All of that stuff is super interesting to me. And I'd like to see that visually. That and Mr. Freeze. I think Mr. Freeze is the other one that, especially with the snow at the end of the Penguin show, I was like, Freeze is coming, come on. Like, Gotham's flooded. This is perfect for Freeze.
Yeah, Freeze would be crazy.
I think it's like that.
I still want Poison Ivy. Like,
that's what I was about to say. It's that struggle of, like, getting Matt Reeves to lean into the fantasy of it, though. And it's like, will it work? Like, we're willing for it to work, but will it work if he does it? And I don't know. Maybe it is the safer bet to focus on the more human, grounded characters.
Maybe.
Deacon Blackfire, give me a cult film. Professor Pig, give me a pig film.
Oh, that would be cool.
Mad Hatter, give me a Mad Hatter film.
What about
I'll take all of those.
God, I always forget his name. The doll maker or something?
Yeah. Mr. Dolemacher, as he was called in Gotham. Mr. Dolemacher. Yeah, he's fucking creepy as shit. I'd be down for that. I want Matt Reeves to do a live action Batman TV show. That's what I would like. But yeah, I'm excited to see Sebastian Stan kind of like flex some acting chops because I know he's got them.
Yeah.
I know he's got them, and they usually go unnoticed because not many people tend to watch his non-MCU stuff.
Yeah, and they fumble him in the MCU because they barely give him any scenes.
Well, leaning into that, a lot of people have been saying, does this mean Bucky's dying?
I don't give a fuck, actually, at this point. I feel like it would probably be the best thing for his character. They just leave him alone. I
don't give a shit.
I loved Thunderbolts, and I was happy to see Bucky in it, but I hated his arc for Thunderbolts.
But he's now
why was he a congressman?
The new Avengers.
Yeah, but he doesn't. Why does he want that? He doesn't want that. He's never wanted that. That's not at all what he does. He wanted to retire because he's been literally. Okay, whatever. I think that they should let him retire, but they're not going to do that.
I don't know.
I don't either. So let DC have him.
I would like to point out that just because Sebastian Stan is going to be appearing in a non-canon DC film, like it's part of the Reeves stuff, not the James Gunn stuff, that doesn't automatically mean that Marvel are going to sack him.
Yeah, no.
Everyone's acting like, oh, Kevin Feige's not going to be happy about this. Like, what do you mean?
And not going to be happy about him doing his job?
Yeah. Like, what
acting
the
in a
fuck?
movie?
It's like as if fucking didn't James Gunn get handed the reins to DC and then come back and finish Guardians 3? Was that not a thing?
I don't know.
I'm like 80% certain that were a thing, which I feel like if Kevin Feige was a petty little bitch, which sometimes he can be, but I don't think he is in this scenario. You know, if he's fine with that, he should be fine with Sebastian Stan.
It is probably safer bet for Sebastian Stan to like do a Matt Reeves as opposed to a James Gunn, because James Gunn has been saying, like, after Superman, like he was saying a lot of things about Marvel.
Oh yeah, he didn't fucking
Like
shit
he
up.
was just spilling all the tea.
The lips
if
were
it's
flapping.
lukewarm tea.
Loose lips.
Um,
Loosey lips.
yeah. So
James Gunn is a big old loosey goosey.
I just don't even know what to say after that. I have
Oh, I want that
nothing.
on a t-shirt. And it's like Howard the Duck, but it's got James Gunn's face on the Howard the Duck, and it
Oh,
says
Goosey
James Gunn
Goosey.
is a big old goosey Lucy, and it's got like a long neck. Big old loosey goosey.
Okay.
God, I honestly I love it. Oh, God, we'll move on in a second, but just one last thing. I love it when there isn't a James Gunn film coming out because he doesn't say anything.
Yeah.
I forgot that he even existed until we were recording this podcast because the Supergirl film isn't even his, so he's not even really been saying anything about that.
Isn't he just a producer on that though, or is he a director? Because I don't think he's
a producer.
directing. Yeah, fuck producers. Producers don't do shit.
God. But yeah, no,
Okay.
it's been nice. It's been
Sometimes
nice and quiet. Zack Snyder, on the other hand, can't shut the fuck up about Man of Steel and BVS. Get over it, dude! Get over
Who
it!
asked? Nobody.
Who the fuck asked?
God. Sometimes.
But Netflix are going to reboot the Snyderverse, though.
Yeah. Animated Snyderverse.
Yeah, I would put money on it.
Did you
actually.
hear that they're taking? Oh my god! I guess this wasn't on your rapid fire
Oh my
news,
God.
but
Ryan's got news!
I got news. They're taking
Ryan's got
HBO
news.
shows off. They're taking DC animated
What are you
stuff,
saying?
movies and TV off of HBO.
And, like, moving them to Netflix, or just
We
taking
don't
them
know.
off?
Right now, they're just taking them off.
Are they canon?
So, no, it's like a bunch of old stuff, and like
Okay.
the DC animated universe that they did with the movies, like all that stuff is being taken off, which does usually happen when it's moving or somebody else is leasing the rights for a little bit. So they could not even go to
Ooh.
Netflix. They could go to a different streaming service, and they're
That's
just gonna take it for a
interesting.
little while. But yeah, they're not gonna be on HBO Max anymore. So cancel your subscription.
We don't even get HBO Max in the UK.
Yeah. They did say it was
So-
for specific like places. So you
That's
probably won't be affected by it, I'd assume.
But we won't be affected by it because we don't get the streaming service.
Yeah, but like what do you have the DC animated stuff on then? Is it what
I will tell you. I would imagine Amazon Prime. Give me the name of a DC animated film.
fuck.
Any.
I don't
That is
remember
canon.
any of them.
Like
Justice
what,
League
Death
Dark.
of Superman? Justice League Dark, okay. And I'll tell you what it streams on here. We can get it on Apple TV, Amazon Prime, YouTube, the Sky Store, or Google Play.
I think those are all pay for though.
Yeah, they are.
That's not that interesting. You can't even just stream pirate. No,
Who
Nope.
said that?
I didn't say it.
Taika Waititi?
Who's
Taika
here?
Waititi's here. Oh no. James Gunn and Taika Waititi in the same place? My worst nightmare. Just no. I don't know what made me bring up Taika Waititi.
He actually was. There was an interview with him, and he said something about how like he's aware that he made like the worst Thor movie with Thor: Love and
Oh my
Thunder.
God. Did he say it in like a serious way, or was he like, I made the worst Thor film?
It was definitely not serious. He's Taika Waititi,
Oh.
but
Well, I wish death upon his vegetables.
okay, that's fine.
I hope
Oh.
all of his crops remain poisoned.
Poisoned.
Poisoned with non-lethal fluid.
May there be drought over your fields.
Let there be a swarm of locusts upon your fields. May your family be trapped inside of the shed when there is a sandstorm.
Holy shit. Not trapped in the shed. God damn. Can't even get to that house.
I hope you lose your grandmother in the supermarket, Taika Waititi.
My grandmother once fell down in a supermarket and broke both her arms.
What the fuck?
Which I shouldn't be laughing about. She's dead now, so it doesn't matter.
When you started that sentence, I was like, Ryan's about to say something that isn't funny at the really wrong time, and then you did, which made it funnier.
I'm still laughing.
Holy shit.
I need to calm down.
We're like, yes.
That just reminded me of when we
wish
lost
the
my
plague
grandmother
upon-
in the supermarket.
I wish the plague upon Taika Waititi and his family. And by the way, my grandmother's died in the supermarket.
No, she didn't die there. She survived the arm. Her arm healed.
God.
She just had an aneurysm later on in life.
Oh, shit. Okay,
Anyway.
fucking hell. Do you want to talk about Percy Jackson?
Yeah, what have you been reading?
Yeah, so fucking... How long ago did the first season of the show come out? Because that's when you tried to get me into it.
I think it was like, they said 3 years or something. I heard somebody else say this, though,
really?
so it could be wrong. Yeah, it was, because apparently... Don't quote me on this. Don't ever quote me on anything I say.
No, I never do.
The first season came out and then the writer's strike happened, so they couldn't release. That's why Walker Scobell has become like a grown man. It's
Would
because
you like
they weren't
me-
able to
I have a response
film
for you.
anything.
Already.
Yeah.
You're wrong.
I'm wrong. Good. Good to know.
You're wrong about everything. No, the writer's strike probably did actually affect it, to be fair, because I'm looking at the release dates for it. It came out in January of 2024.
Oh, that's not that long at all.
And back end of 2023, but the pre-production would have been affected by the strikes. So it does make sense. Because, like, what? He's fucking... How old is this dude? How old would he have been? Who? Hold up. He is now 17 as of 8 days ago.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I just can't leave him hanging.
Yeah, he was probably waiting for that, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
How old would he have been if they probably filmed it like back end of 2022? Oh God. God, that's so long ago. That is holy shit.
How old?
1, 2, 3. So 4 years ago, he would have been 13.
Hey.
When did you get the casting news? Because that was a thing, wasn't it? They like live streamed his reaction. Were we in COVID? They did a Zoom reaction. I remember it, of him being told he was playing Percy Jackson. But why is it on Zoom?
It might have been right after, but they do a lot of things on Zoom now. Like even like I don't know, meetings happen on Zoom all the time, so you don't have to like travel the country to talk with somebody.
Walker Scobell is officially cast as Percy Jackson. This was 4 years ago.
Damn.
Maybe they pumped out that first season pretty quick. I don't know. Yeah, 4 years ago, mate. Yeah, okay. It was announced in April of 2022. Right. I don't know why we're going on this fucking tangent, but now I'm really curious as to when this all went into production. So we're finding out. It went into production in June. Holy shit. and wrapped up on February the 2nd, 2023. So it filmed for 7 months, 8 months, and then came out 8 months later. So there was like a year and a half between him playing the character and season 1 releasing.
Sounds about right.
And then season 2 went into production August of last year and wrapped January of last year. And then
How
what?
does that...
It's been airing.
Wait.
It's been airing. I'm trying to figure out, like, you can predict when season 3 is going to come out.
Well, they're already...
How long it takes.
They're already doing... They're already doing season 3. Like,
I know, but I could tell you right now when it's going to come out.
they
based
probably
on the
already
last
have
2
a release.
seasons.
Like, okay, what do you think? When are you predicting season 3 comes out?
It takes 7 months for them to film it, which is a lot of time.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking hell. 6
For an
maybe
8
7
episode
months to
TV
film
show.
it. Yeah, that's fucking 30 minutes long an episode. But then it also takes 10 months, possibly 11, after they finish production for the editing process to finish and for them to release it. So you're looking at a year and a half. When did season 3 went into production last year? Because I remember seeing the announcement thing for it. It went in August. So season 3 is probably going to come out this December, near Doomsday.
Hey! Percy
Jackson, flip it around, Doctor Doom.
Is Percy Jackson gonna be in Doomsday? Is the real question. I think he could be. They're both Disney. Anyway.
You're wishful thinking. Fucking
Do you
hell.
know how many fan fictions I've read about Percy Jackson meeting the Marvel superheroes? They're both in New York.
New York. Concrete jungle where dreams are made from? Made of? Does that make sense? Is that a sentence that makes sense?
Not really.
Oh. Anyway, what were we talking about? How did we get here?
You were supposed to talk about your experience reading The Lightning Thief.
Oh, of course, because I've read it. Okay. Well, I've read all of it apart from the last chapter, but I kind of know spoilers anyway because of the show and stuff. And there are going to be reaction videos going out on the channel of me watching the show. The editing process is going very well. Thank you for asking.
Yay.
And okay, so that's why, because when the fucking show came out, we tried to watch it, but I didn't really get into it. It was kind of difficult, and I stand by that. And I spoke to somebody at work about this as well because he was also into Percy Jackson and has seen the show. And I think that the show, if you haven't got the context of the books, the show is very bad at explaining the world that they live in.
Valid.
But if you've got the context of the books, it's really, really good.
Yeah.
Because the books fill in so many holes and gaps and stuff, whereas with the show, you kind of just expected to accept that all of this shit is suddenly happening. They never, at least, because I'm like 3 or 4 episodes in at the time of us recording this into my reaction videos. So, up until that point, I have no explanation about who Mr. D actually is, other than he's a god that is possibly an alcoholic, but not quite confirmed because it's a kid's show, and he's in charge of all the satyrs, but we don't get to see him being a dickhead to any of them, and we don't really know anything else about him. And also, they don't explain anything about, like, Olympus moving, about how all of the gods are now in the modern age. You're expected to just kind of accept it as, like, it must be a thing, because there's a couple that are here.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, like, I don't think it's a bad show, but I'm now seeing it with, like, different eyes. And I really like the book. I think the book is really good.
That's good.
And I okay, so I listened to like pretty much all of the last portion of the book today, like them going to the underworld, Annabeth taming Cerberus, them meeting Hades, the revelation of like Ares and the fight on the beach and stuff, like all of that stuff. And I think it's really, really cool. There was like some sections in it that I thought like a little bit early before, like when they go to the mattress place, I was like, I don't need this chapter.
Yeah.
Like this is a
But
completely pointless chapter that doesn't really say like change anything.
which is funny that you say that because they don't remove it from the TV show.
It's in the show.
It is, yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be in the show.
Yeah, I know.
I
Me
was
neither.
like, as I'm going through this book, I'm like, oh yeah, you could probably, chop a bit of this out and chop a bit of that out and stuff. That was like,
It's
I
never
don't
what
need
you
any of this
expect.
fucking stuff. No. Okay, that makes me intrigued to see how they fucking adapt that, because I thought it was just like, I don't know, it seemed pointless to me. I'm trying to think of like what else. Like what he drove a car in the show.
Yeah,
There was no car driving in the book.
there was no car driving in the book. They didn't meet Hermes in the hotel either.
Do they in the show?
Yeah,
I
like in
don't
the show,
recall.
that's how they get the car.
I don't remember.
Okay, well, you'll when you rewatch it and you do your reaction.
I've kind of like, I don't know, I've made it pretty clear during the reactions that I've already recorded. There's a lot of this I don't fucking remember.
Which is valid.
Like, it was fucking 2.5 years ago, and I was not paying attention that well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what else. Do they... I'm possibly stepping into spoiler territory. I'm gonna, like, throw some words out to you, and if they adapt it, I want you to say yes or no. Okay?
Okay.
Based, like, you should know what I'm on about, like, based on the words that I'm about to say.
Okay.
So, Cerberus.
Yes.
Hades.
Yes.
Olympus.
Yes.
Zeus.
Yes.
Okay, well, I'm happy then. I don't know how they're going to do it with the time that I have left in the show, because it doesn't feel like enough time to be doing all of this.
It's really not.
No, I'm like, you could do an entire episode dedicated to him fucking exploring Olympus at this point.
Yeah.
And, like, we're supposed to wrap this shit up, like, super quick.
Yeah. It goes by really quick. The first, I'll say as somebody who's, like, seen the second season, I mean, even that, like, they have to go through it so quick. It's just, like, you do miss a lot of the little details. And, I mean, their character design is not, like, when it comes to the gods, in my opinion, I think the way they're described in the book, like, is a lot cooler. Like, they have certain things that mark them as gods that no one else can see, but in the TV show it doesn't seem like they really have all that extra pizzazz. They just look like regular people. So
I get a very... And this is based purely off of, like, because I only saw Ares and, like, when we watched it the first time. I only saw Ares, but I've seen... I think, like, a screenshot of Hades. I just assumed that he was going to be in season 2. Which he probably is, I don't know. But from, like, the screenshot that I saw of Hades and what we saw of Ares, I got, like, a Once Upon a Time vibe.
yeah.
Of, like, these are cool, epic characters in their world, but because we're seeing them, they're just casual people.
Yeah, I guess that's a way to think of it.
I don't know if that works from, like, a storytelling point, but I mean, even when Percy's describing how Poseidon looks, he's like, oh, he looks like a fucking fisherman dude wearing a Hawaiian t-shirt and he's got a fishing pole next to his throne.
Yeah. I guess I was mostly thinking of Ares specifically, because, like, he's got, like, in the book, he's got, like, eyes of fire and shit, you know?
Oh, yeah, he does mention that, like, he's burning, he's, like, melting his sunglasses or something because his fucking eyes are so hot.
But they just, yeah, he's just some
He's just
biker
Edge.
dude.
He's just the wrestler Edge.
Yeah, which is, it's fine. It's cool. But, you know, there are some, like, just, I guess also, like, they have mentioned it before that the TV show is different because you're not in Percy's head, like,
Mm.
seeing the things. So I guess that does kind of go with your other point where we're the viewer, we're not necessarily, like, the one sitting across from Ares and looking into his fiery eyes, you know?
Yeah.
So, but there are, like, different. You've seen the Tunnel of Love, right? In the show, or not yet?
Uh, yeah, we watched that one because that's. I remember that being massively different from how it was in the book.
Massively. They don't
Yeah,
even
there's
meet
like.
Hephaestus in the book, but he's just there.
I see. I don't remember any of that from. I couldn't tell you what Hephaestus fucking looks like.
Yeah, well, it's some guy, so
He oh
you'll meet him.
oh is he the guy that sets the trap in the book?
Yes.
Okay, so I know who he is in the context of the book, and like the fucking mechanical spiders. It's being live streamed to
Yeah.
Olympus, but I remember some fucking gold shit going on in the show.
Yeah, he has to sit in the chair in order to
Okay.
let the shield down, and then he gets, like, encased in gold. It's and they go through. They literally ride the Tunnel of Love in the show. So
Yeah, I
there's no,
sort of
like,
vaguely remember that.
spiders. The trap is a test, basically. And it's weird. Yeah, no, it's
And
odd.
like
It's
Grover was
different.
there in the book, and he's not there in the show.
Yeah. Grover
Um,
literally saves their life in the book.
I mean, there's like, I thought the way that they adapted the Medusa stuff was good, and
Mhm.
I understand like some of the decisions that they're making and things, but I do think that I think the book is better than the show, but I don't think the show is a bad show.
I feel the same
It's
way.
like they can coexist.
Yeah. It's just exciting for me to see it. Like, I've been imagining these characters since I was, like, a baby in elementary school. So, like, sometimes I'm just so happy to see a version of the character. I don't even care, like, what
Yeah.
it actually looks like. And I do think that the storylines are good, the things that they change. It, like, makes sense because they don't have a lot of time. I would have picked way different things from the book to add into a TV show, but you have to cut things down. And you can't really argue when they have the person who wrote the book behind them being like, yeah, this is what, like, we gotta do, you know?
Yeah, I mean, that's like the fucking Game of Thrones thing. You know, if you've got the privilege of having George R.R. Martin helping you with Game of Thrones, then you take George R.R. Martin helping you with Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You don't fucking turn that shit down. Like, the dude fucking wrote it. So, if you can do that with Percy Jackson, then they're going the best route that they probably possibly can.
We need to
Uh,
watch the Lightning Thief movie. I need
oh!
to, like, hear your
So,
reactions to that so
I was
badly.
like, I was fully like, we need to put this off until I'm like completely out of it. And then I saw it had Pierce fucking Brosnan in it. I mentioned to you last time, Uma Thurman. I'm like, where is this cast coming from?
Bro.
And
The
like, I
cast was
quite like
great. It
Logan
was just
Lerman. I want to see
not.
Logan Lerman.
No, yeah, it's an interesting watch. There's also a musical, which I've never seen the musical.
What?
So there's the Percy Jackson musical. Two separate times it ran too.
Let me go to YouTube.
I want to, like.
Let me see.
I don't care if you watch the musical, but I'm definitely watching the musical at some point.
What the fuck?
I think it's just for the Lightning Thief though. I don't think it's any of the rest of it.
I have acquired a slime tutorial.
Mm-hmm. Yup.
Oh, fucking hell.
Now we know what we're doing later.
We've got the first Shadow and Wicked as well.
I know.
Fucking hell. Okay. I mean, we don't... Yeah, because we need to travel to London. Sorry.
Yeah.
Anyway. I'm enjoying the book. I
That's good.
like the amount of personality that they all have. I really didn't like Annabeth initially because I thought she was going to do a lot more. But, like, now she's kind of just part of the group and I like her. And I
Yeah.
mentally picture the Annabeth from the show, and it's the same with Grover and Percy. Like, even though when Percy gets to Olympus, he's like, oh, my father's got the same black hair and green eyes as me and whatever. I'm like, no, you're Walker Scoble. I'm like, fucking cut the crap, like, you're Walker Scoble. Like, I can imagine this dude saying your lines, so that's how it's gonna work from now on in my head.
That's valid. Imagine the only thing you have is those fucking art cards I sent you.
No.
The picture. These characters.
I never want to see that shit ever again.
How pissed do you think I was? I was like, this is not who I'm imagining in my head. I just completely erased it from my memory.
You want to know what's quite exciting, at least for me? So our IKEAs, I don't know about your IKEAs, but our IKEAs sell this is going to come back around and be relevant. They sell these display units that are called Calyx units. I don't know if you know what they are, but they don't require any like screwdrivers, nothing like that. They're like, you get like a little mallet and you just whack them together kind of thing. And they're like stacked together like cube shelving units, okay? And you can like customize and like add layers and, you know, make them as big as you want and whatever. I am going to get one specifically because I'm like, I need a tiny little Percy Jackson display.
Yeah.
I want to collect the books. I'm probably going to figure out if they've got like, I'm not going to get a Funko because they're expensive. But, like, I would like a little Percy Jackson action figure to display with the books.
That
or,
would
like,
be
a
awesome.
plushie or something.
Man.
To go next to my little miniature Stranger Things display.
I want to have a whole Rick Riordan, like, display, to be honest. Me personally. Like, I already have started with most of the books. I just need, like... I don't have all the Trials of Apollo books, and I don't have all the Magnus Chase books. I want to get those. But I have all the Kane Chronicle books, and I have the Percy Jackson series, and I have the Heroes of Olympus series in hardcover, which is amazing. Love hardcovers.
They do some really nice covers for these books.
Mm-hmm. My original...
Someone did ask me if I was going to do, like, the extended universe stuff, and I was like, I'm on book 1, okay?
Yeah, let's...
I was like, let me get through the rest of the Percy Jackson stuff, and
that's
then
what's
we'll
so
see
hard
where
for
we're
me.
going.
It's so hard because, like, oh my god, there's so much. And I'm going back and rereading the first 5 because, like, the most prevalent Percy Jackson in my mind is from the Heroes of Olympus. So it's nice to, like, go back to these, kind of be exactly where you're at in, like, what you know. Because I just know so much more that happens to him, so it's like it's terrible. And then also like
you get the experience
other
that I usually get forcing you to watch like TV shows and films, except this is a book.
Yeah.
I'm slowly being exposed to it.
Yeah. It's nice, it's cool. I'm excited.
He's pretty good at describing like the battles, specifically like the fight with the Minotaur I thought was well written. The Ares one, I was like, there was more focus on the fact that like the cops had shown up and stuff.
Yeah.
And less about like the fight that was going on. But I did really enjoy the way that he wrote the Minotaur fight, and then like I enjoyed all the camp stuff. I'm assuming because I'm literally the second to last chapter, and Gabe has basically just kicked him out. And said, like, oh, you know, he left and whatever and blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm.
And Percy just found out that, like, Gabe has been hitting his mum. Which I
Yeah.
was like, holy shit. Because I can't imagine the show TV Gabe doing that. Because he's not the same. They watered him down a lot.
I think the whole book is watered down a little bit. Like, a lot of what
Yeah,
goes on
I
in the book
agree.
is super dark and fucked
No,
up.
I agree. I mostly noticed it with their personalities. Because even though we're not in Percy's head, like I said to you, at the end of episode 2, he doesn't make the acknowledgement of, like, oh, they're sending me on a mission to the underworld, and that could be where I could rescue my mum.
Right.
Like, he's not given that opportunity to make that self-conscious decision.
Yeah.
Like, Grover comes up with it, and I don't... It's not that I don't like it, but I'm like, well, why change it? Like, you know, that's what made it appealing to me,
It would have
was
been, yeah, it would have
Percy has
been,
an actual reason to go there.
right. And then it would have been cool to have him, like, agree to the quest, and you don't really know why he's agreeing to this quest, even though he thinks it's stupid. And then later on, it's, like, revealed, like, oh, I've been thinking about my mom being in the underworld. That's the only reason I did
Exactly.
this. Like, it wouldn't have, we as the audience wouldn't have known about it at first, but that's, like, part of the experience, I think.
Yeah. And I think it's even cooler if, like, as a general audience member that hasn't read the books, if you can make the guess of, like, you know, if you've got basic knowledge about, like, mythology or, like, the underworld or whatever, because most people do from other TV shows, or, you know, if you could make the assumption of, like, oh, if he accepts the quest, he could help his mum. But, like, he's not figured that out yet, and then you find out, oh, he knew the entire time and he's doing that, now I feel as clever as he is.
Yeah.
Like, people like that feeling of being just as clever as, you know, the character in the media.
True.
So, and, like, I felt their personalities had just been watered down quite a bit. Apart from Grover, I feel like Grover's got more personality than he does in the book.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's also down to the actor, because his line delivery is so good.
That's true.
The way that he responds to stuff is just brilliant. But, like,
Oh,
okay,
golly.
we're gonna.
The rose getting puffy.
I was pissed off that wasn't in the book.
I know.
I was like, how's that not in the book?
That was so
That's such a
good.
good thing. Holy shit.
So there are some things that they do that you're just kind of like, yeah, that you understand these characters a little bit.
But I'm like, how did you even come up with him doing that and it's not in the book? But I do think that, like, at least from what I've watched so far, again, I'm like 3 episodes in, but I think, is it Aryan that plays
Grover, yeah.
Grover? Is that how you say his name? It's Aryan.
Yeah.
I think he's really great with, like, the comedy stuff specifically. We're going to get into, like, some comments that I make in my fucking reaction video, because why not? We're talking about it now. But I think he's great with the comedy. I haven't seen too much of Leia as Annabeth just yet, but I thought in episode 3 you do get a hint from the way that she talks and acts that she's trying to prove herself to her mum. Like, she wants her mum's attention, which I
Yeah.
don't know if that's her motivation, but that's the vibe that I will get in. That, like, she really admires her mum, and, you know, the hat's the only thing that she's got from her mum, and she's hoping she can go on this quest and, like, prove herself that she's worthy enough to, like, be with her mum.
Yeah.
That's the vibe I got, and I was like, oh, she's really good at conveying that. I hope it is that. And then, Walker does do a great job of, like, the sarcastic moments and shit, and, like, the comedy moments, like the little one-liners and stuff, but he's really good at doing, like, anxiousness.
Yeah.
And, like, being just genuinely, like, nervous and scared. And I was like, oh, these are really good, like, kid actors to be cast in this.
Yeah, I think that's also something, like, when they were doing the casting, obviously people had very terrible, like, a terrible time getting over the fact that Annabeth's not blonde. But, like, you do have to think there aren't a lot of child actors that are good at acting. Like,
But
that's
also, like,
an
with
adult
Annabeth's
skill.
character, and, like, you can fucking clearly tell with Percy, because Percy doesn't look how he does in the books.
Yeah,
But, like, with any of these characters, their appearance doesn't matter.
exactly.
Like, it isn't relevant whatsoever, like, to the story in any way.
Yeah.
Like, Percy looking the way that he does is only relevant because he, like, to link him to his dad. It's not like a plot device or anything. So,
And then they make the actors who play the gods look like their children. I mean, they've done it. I'm pretty sure they do it with Poseidon. You'll see. I mean, I think Ares looks kind of like his kids. But they get some things from both parents too. Like, they don't always. Everyone thinks they all look the same. And it's like, no. Plus, the gods, like, change appearances too. Like, especially Aphrodite. She's meant to look like the most beautiful person to you.
yeah. So, obviously, that would change
Yeah.
depending on who would look at it. Who would look at it.
Look at it.
Look at... I said, like, it. I didn't even say it. Who would look at it?
But yeah, it's very interesting.
I did get a tease for what I know is going to pop up in the second book from some of the promotion that I've seen from the show. But they did mention when Percy was traveling through Olympus, he was saying, like, oh, someone tried to sell him, like, a replica of Hephaestus's golden fleece. Is it Hephaestus's golden fleece? Or is it somebody else's golden fleece?
I don't think it's Hephaestus. I'm not totally positive.
Let me Google it. Who has the golden fleece? Jason and the Argonauts? What?
Maybe he's the one who he's the hero that found it, but it's probably not his specifically. He probably didn't make it.
Chrysomeles?
Maybe you don't know.
It said somebody's, but I can't remember what name it was. I'm gonna... Who tries to sell Percy Jackson the Golden Fleece in Olympus? Come on, AI. Come on, AI. No, it's taken me to the fucking... Nathan Fillion is in the Percy Jackson movie. What the fuck?
Oh my god.
I almost said Jason Statham. Nathan Fillion is Hermes.
Yep. I was gonna ask, do you want to know who he plays?
What the fuck?
Yeah, we gotta watch this movie.
Okay, I don't fucking know. It said that it was somebody's golden fleece, whatever. But I spotted that and I was like, oh, I know that's coming. I don't know what relevance it is or what item it is, but I know it's coming.
Yep, it
So,
is.
Is every book based around, like, an item?
No, it's just a quest.
Okay. Each book is a quest?
Yes.
Okay. That makes me feel a little bit better, because we were going down, like,
And then
Harry Potter territory, and I don't want to.
And then you mentioned the prophecy, right?
Did I?
I think so.
I know about it. I know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's like each quest is its own thing, but that's like the overarching like story throughout the 5 books.
Does the prophecy continue?
So right now he's got a prophecy for a quest, but then there's the big prophecy.
Oh, I don't know about the big prophecy.
Well, then don't worry about it. You'll find out.
Okay. I only know about you'll lose the thing you care about the most and one of your friends will betray you thing.
So each book is going to have its own prophecy, own quest.
Okay.
Like thing that they're doing. Sometimes Actually, I don't remember, because I need to read book 3 so bad. I can't remember any of it. That might not be his
Oh,
quest. Sometimes he just goes along with other people's quests, but it might still be his
breaking
quest.
news! Breaking news! Breaking news!
What is breaking?
Paramount sues Warner Brothers over Netflix deal. Claims a
What?
lack of transparency on basic financial matters.
Oh, okay.
Basically, Paramount are bitching again.
Yay.
God damn. We're not going to talk about it because I can't be asked. We've got one more thing to talk about, so let's talk about it. So Conformity Gate was a thing as like an epilogue to our big discussion about Stranger Things, because we've dedicated 2 episodes now to Stranger Things. Did you believe in Conformity Gate?
Absolutely, I did not. I did not.
Will you believe in Conformity Gate?
I don't even think if they do release an episode, I'll believe that it was planned.
Oh, I was going towards the will you wear wigs, because you said no, I do not. Like, exactly like how he says it. No, I do not. Will you wear wigs? Maybe. So, Conformity Gate, for those that don't know, if you've been living under a rock, people were thinking that there was going to be a secret episode of Stranger Things,
Bro.
because the finale wasn't the finale that they
The
wanted.
finale was so bad, people had to start literally having hallucinations.
Yeah, literally.
About actors giving them tips in interviews about the fact that there would be a new finale that nobody knows about.
People picking up on little comments about stuff, little quotes and things, background characters, prop design, set design. It's been wild. I was in the camp of like, I don't care. I was like, look, I fucking stayed up until midnight for the like 2 sets of these drops. Like, I don't care if there's more at this point. Like,
Right.
if there's more, I'll watch it. If there isn't, I don't care. Like, I want it to be over just so that I can like sit there and watch Stranger Things as like a complete story with a start to finish. You know, I don't want there to be no secret shit, but like, let's just go over real quick how batshit insane it would be to massively promote a finale and just the season in general, like Stranger Things, to the degree that they have, and putting it in the cinemas where Netflix don't make a fucking profit, and then
On
it's
New
not
Year's.
even the finale.
On a holiday.
Yeah, and then they just drop the actual finale a random week later.
No.
No, how fucking stupid are people?
I don't know.
What the fuck
It
is
is
going on?
actually crazy. Like, they're putting something in the water, I think.
This is insane. And there's like people saying, oh, even in the documentary, there are people that are like, why are they putting Finn Wolfhard in this position with this lighting? And it must mean that this is going to continue. It's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Have you never seen a TV show end?
No.
Like, what the fuck?
This is the problem with, first, having too many TV shows that get canceled, and second, having too many TV shows that get 15 seasons. Nobody knows how TV shows are supposed to end. Not even the people making them. Because they just don't ever end.
There's like a real like issue, I think, because to be fair, a lot of TV shows don't end well.
Yeah.
And a lot of TV shows just don't fucking end.
Yeah.
You've got some TV shows with like fucking, 20 seasons.
Yeah.
Because they just don't know how to finish them. And I think a lot just tend to sort of fizzle out.
Mm-hmm.
And they just sort of like end on a bit of a whimper. Like Once Upon a Time didn't really have like... For how good Once Upon a Time was for the first, 5 seasons, 4 seasons. But by the time it finished, nobody was really watching it.
Yeah. Can't beat a dead horse forever. Eventually
there
it
you go.
decomposes.
You really do have to finish it at the best time that you think is right, and the Duffer Brothers said that they had a 5-season arc, which, you know, regardless of whether or not they'd actually fucking written it, is a different matter, but, you know, they knew that they wanted a set amount of seasons, and, you know, they're gonna do, you know, the little animated spin-off show and whatever. It was never gonna be like Breaking Bad with, like, the perfect ending.
Yeah,
Is
no.
is it as bad as Game of Thrones though? Like, I I think Conformity Gate and this whole movement has done more damage to it.
Yeah. If we could just be a regular group of people who watch a show, and instead of asking them to rewrite it, they have so many websites you can write fan fiction on. I've mentioned this earlier. Fan fiction. Fix it fix are so
No,
common.
no,
Just
no,
do
no,
your
no,
own
no.
thing. Just live your life.
No. No, don't
Just
do your own thing because
go
people are using
ahead.
AI to do it.
Oh my god. Okay. If you write fan fiction and use AI to do it, you're a fucking idiot. I don't know how to help you.
No, even worse. People are recreating end scenes and scenes from the show and
Oh my
making them
god.
into AI, like alternate versions.
That's sad.
And the
This
thing
is a
is, they
sad
look
world we live in.
real. There's a AI thing that went viral because it's like a horde of demogorgons coming over the hill at the side of where the mind flayer's just fucking like revealed itself, and Will like picks up a giant rock and like drops it on the demogorgons. But the scary part is it looks legit.
That's hilarious.
And it's like, are we gonna get to a point where if a TV show is bad, somebody else is just gonna make an AI version of that and upload it to YouTube?
Yeah. We're already there.
And you can't be copyrighted for it if you don't monetize it. So, like, it's classed then as a fan film. Like, that's crazy.
The AI trailers that people have been making too, like it's getting to me, man.
When it's like loads of different characters and it's like slowly zooming in on their face.
Yeah.
Because that's the AI video prompt.
Oh my god.
The Doomsday ones get me because it'll be like a zoom in on Pedro Pascal and he's like, "You'll never defeat us, Doom," and then it'll do like a 3-second slow pan into his face. And then it'll switch to like Robert Downey Jr. in the exact same pose, in the exact same position, the slow pan towards his face. And he's like, "You'll never stop me, Reed." It's like the worst dialogue, the worst visuals. You can tell it's AI. But people are obsessed with it. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't like this reality we're living in right now. This is my hell.
I think that Stranger Things came out like by the time it had finished and like the finale and whatever, you know, it was a clear 50-50 split of like people either liked it or thought it were crap. And I think that it could have just ended there and moved on, but Conformity Gate has like brought it back into the spotlight to the point where like actual news is reporting on this because it's that big of a movement. And so many people were convinced that they crashed Netflix.
It's so
waiting for the episode to drop.
like it's kind of bullying if you think about it.
It is, but then all
Like,
the stuff we've seen about the Duffer Brothers, I'm like, maybe they deserve it.
A little, but it's just like incredible to me that you make a 5-season TV show and people dislike your finale so badly that they're just like, no, clearly you have to be releasing a new one.
Yeah,
Like,
clearly you had to be
this was-
smarter than this.
This was so bad that it just, there's no way it was real. It was all a dream sequence. Like, that's
God,
not
it's
good.
like Lost all over again.
That's not good. If people are doing that about your show, like, it might actually, yeah, you're right, it might have something to do with you.
God, it's crazy. Anyway, the reason I wanted to bring it up is because this isn't the first time that society has done this, and this is one of my favorite things to talk about right now, because this happened. The earliest time I remember it happening was Sherlock, because I watched Sherlock season 4 as it was releasing, and I bought in that this can't be the right story. I was like, no. Like,
Surely
the
not.
brilliant writing that is in the first 3 seasons, this can't be the same thing. There has to be a twist coming, right? And there were so many people like, oh, you know, they're going to do a film spin-off, or it'll be back in 2 years' time, and, you know, Moriarty's not actually dead. Hardy, hardy, ha. Which, have you seen season 4 of Sherlock?
I don't think so.
We won't watch it because it's painful. So I'm going to tell you what they do.
Okay.
Because what Stephen Moffat did, I have never forgiven him for. If I ever see this man at a Comic-Con, I'm going to bring it up to him.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something meaner.
No, because I genuinely took so much offense. Oh yeah, I'm going to spit on his dog.
His dog? What did his dog do?
Yes. And then I shall cast a horde of locust on his farm life. Begone, Moffat. Meet the same fate as Watiti. Anyway.
Begone, Muppet.
You set me up again. Moffat. Begone, Moffat. You ruined Doctor Who, you ruined Sherlock, you prick. He didn't ruin Doctor Who. His Doctor Who was okay.
Well, that's good.
Anyway, so in Sherlock, as you probably do know, Moriarty shoots himself. Yes? Okay, well, spoiler alert. Spoiler alert, at the end of season 2, Moriarty pop in the head, right?
Oh! Yeah, okay.
And then, you know, he forces Sherlock to also kill himself, but Sherlock survives, comes back for season 3. And then at the end of season 3, you get the reveal, oh, Moriarty's actually alive again.
Oh, for real?
Because you can't have one without the other. They're Batman and Joker. They bounce off of each other. So, season 4 was meant to be the slow burn reveal of how the fuck is Moriarty alive because he shot himself in the head. And they do this big reveal. It's actually Sherlock's secret sister that's been pulling the strings, fucking, you know, like manipulating people. Sister. And they do a scene, okay, where you've been waiting 3 or 4 fucking episodes to find out about Moriarty. And they show him arriving at an island where the sister is, getting out of the helicopter, dancing to fucking, I think it's like I Will Survive or something. And then it says like 5 years earlier. How fucking dare you, Stephen Moffat? How dare you? Locust on your farm life. Locust, sir. They fucking bait you and it's disgusting.
That is.
I'm talking like a full 3-minute scene of that dude arriving at a place, at a location, doing a little dance, Moriarty style, getting into the place, and then it tells you that it's a flashback. It's disgusting. It's awful bait. And it sent the fandom in like fucking haywire. Because people love Moriarty. Andrew Scott's brilliant as Moriarty. He's one of the best TV show villains. He's amazing.
He was
and like, to fucking, you know, fucking... I'm doing a gesture right now as if I'm, like, gripping some balls. To, like, tickle the fucking gooch and to tickle your bollocks and then walk away like that. It's not on, Moffat. It's not on. Sorry. God, that's like...
so British.
Oh, that's like 13 years of pent-up frustration that I've held against that man.
Let it
Fucking
all
hell.
out.
I refuse to like Matt Smith as Doctor Who because of that man.
Oh, man. Poor guy.
Right. Anyway. Moving on. Sorry.
So they never tell you, like, how he survived?
He didn't survive. He's dead.
Oh.
He didn't
so
come
they
back. He was
lied
the
to
sister.
you.
Yes.
That's fucking
It was the
crazy.
sister pulling the strings and fucking messing around with Sherlock.
Wow.
People didn't like it because Moriarty's meant to be the smartest dude against Sherlock. That's the whole point.
Right.
And they boiled him down because they revealed that Moriarty was also being controlled by the sister.
Right.
Which meant that he had less effect earlier on in the seasons as well. They
she
watered
was
him
the
down.
one...
They Nick Fury'd him.
That is
Cunts.
crazy.
So, Sherlock fans thought that there were going to be more. They thought that it was all bollocks. They thought that there would be secret episodes and shit. Then, we had WandaVision. Oh boy! What a time that was to be alive. Holy shit.
Which is crazy because I watched this as it came out. I don't remember this at all.
Oh, I remember it very well. I watched it with one of our mutual friends, and I remember saying to her at the start of, like, one of the episodes, everyone's saying that Reed Richards is going to be in this episode. And she's like, okay, sure.
That's always how it is with you. You're always like, we're going to see this, this, and this. And you're just like, oh. I don't know how to let you down easy. You with Mephisto was so bad. You were every single thing we thought was Mephisto's going to be in there.
Because everyone was bringing this shit up, and I didn't know anything about the comics. If I had known, then... No, to be fair, even if I had known, I probably still would have gone for it, because her kids are linked to Mephisto.
Right.
And they're probably going to retcon it so that he was involved.
Probably.
But the point
Agatha
is, he wasn't.
was a minion of Mephisto.
An agent of Mephisto.
Sure, yeah, let's go with that.
But... he wasn't there. It was Agatha all along. But the internet convinced itself that it was right multiple weeks. And it was wrong. And I've seen this happen in real time. I can talk about this now because I've completely fucking removed him from my social life. But the person that I watched WandaVision with recently, and I watched Agatha all along with recently, that has appeared on the channel, even like in real time was trying to guess theories and stuff and was just completely wrong.
That's funny.
But was like doubling down on shit and like picking out things that justified his theories that were bollocks.
Yeah. People
and like
see what they want to see.
You watch it, exactly, you watch it happen in real time. So, and there's a reason I'm going to bring up like the free shows eventually. But then we had Game of Thrones, which is probably the worst reaction to a finale that a TV show has ever had, including Lost, because they completely butchered the last season of Game of Thrones. Maybe like the last two, but mostly the last one. It's horrifically written. To the degree that, like, there have been petitions for certain people to buy the rights and recreate it. There's been petitions for, like, we want HBO to remake it, like, bring the cast back and
like
completely redo...
the whole show or just the one season?
Just the one season.
That's hilarious.
They're like, get every motherfucker back and remake this season because it's shit.
Just one season.
Because if you remake that season, you've got a really solid 8-season show.
Right.
So, I mean, there's even a fully voiced audiobook where someone has rewritten the last season that you can go listen to for free.
That's crazy.
Like, that's the degree of, like, you know, that's how upset people were. Like, cast members upset about it, everything.
Oh, wow, cast members is crazy.
Oh, there's so much, like, there's loads of famous interviews of, like, Peter Dinklage calling out the writing and being like, I don't know why they, you know, they're getting attacked by the dead, and what do? They send their women and children down into the crypts. Why would you do that if you're being attacked by an army of the dead?
Yeah, that's kind of lame.
Like, him questioning his own character, but you can tell, like, he's frustrated and, like, he's probably argued with them about it and stuff.
Yeah, he probably brought it up when it was happening, and they were like, don't worry about it, you're just an actor.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, but what?
But the internet goes into like this furious spiral of like, this is awful, this is horrific,
Because
like cancel
it's,
this show, redo the show.
yeah.
Even if it is, you know, like with a WandaVision scenario, the show itself is brilliant. It's such a good show, but everything around the rumors and speculation and stuff, in my opinion, it ruined the experience at the time. Going back now, it's a great watch. But at the time, it felt like WandaVision had flopped because it didn't meet the expectations.
Right. Which,
So,
when these things happen, it becomes sort of like an echo chamber of its own. Like,
yes.
because all these other people are also like adding on to what you are already feeling a little bit. So it just kind of keeps you in that mindset of, oh yeah, I'm right, because everybody else agrees, and it's like,
And that's
sometimes
how I
it's just
think
not what you think.
Conformity Gate even happened.
Yeah.
It was like you speak out like, oh, well, you know, this was wrong, so maybe there's something else a little bit to it. And then somebody else like fucking replies to your comment and backs you up and, oh yeah, you're onto something, maybe you're right.
Right.
And suddenly everyone's fucking building up. But
I've seen
do
some
you
comments
think...
of some crazy theories that I'm just like, did you watch the same show I did? Because that does not add up. And there are people replying, being like, hell yeah, this could totally happen. It's like, okay.
Yeah.
We're all our own people, I guess.
Do you think that this kind of thing, like specifically Conformity Gate, I mean, I mentioned it with WandaVision, and I mean, Game of Thrones is going to be forever fucking tainted, but that's its own doing.
Right.
The same with Sherlock. But in terms of like, I think WandaVision has kind of recovered. Whereas, do you think Stranger Things is going to be always known now as being, because of like Conformity Gate, and not even because of the quality of the writing, but because of Conformity Gate, do you think it's now going to be kind of like shat on when people look back at it? Or do you think it'll kind of be like, you know, in a couple of years' time, most people won't even talk about Conformity Gate?
I feel like people will talk about it. I do think it'll be part of the conversation no matter what. But I think that people really like the first couple seasons of the show, that will be what they mostly talk about. Is like,
Yeah.
yeah, up until maybe season 5, it's a pretty good show, or even up until the finale, it's a pretty good show. Like, even if you don't like the giant monster fighting and the happy ending, like, it's still solid as a TV show, I think, personally. But
Even as you say that, like, the comparison to Game of Thrones is insane, because that's exactly how I talk about Game of Thrones. I'm like, right up until the last season, it's such a solid show.
yeah.
And even in the last season, you've still got some spectacle shit going on. You get to see dragons fighting dragons and, like, these big battles and stuff. Like, there's visually impressive things to kind of still make you interested, but you're aware of how shit the writing is. And I feel like that is going to be the Stranger Things scenario that takes place, basically. I think in terms of the internet, though, they're fucking, like, its internet rep is fucking down the drain.
Yeah.
It was like the internet's baby for so many years. And now they're like, no,
Kill
we
with
don't
fire.
want the baby anymore. Set it on fire and cast it astray. Send it into the depths of hell with the locust pits.
Oh shit.
Bury it with Moffat and Watiti.
Yeah. It's not like, I don't think it was terrible. I think that it ends the show fine. Of all, like, everybody was freaked the fuck out that people were gonna die, so I figure people should just be happy that their favorites are still living their lives. Honestly.
Yeah.
Because it could have been a lot worse. And people are arguing that it should have been worse. I don't know how to argue with them. I don't care if any of the people died. That wouldn't make it more... Like, they were
The
so
thing
terrorized for years.
You really couldn't kill anybody.
Yeah.
And the reason being is because, like, the events that are taking place, like, it's all circumstantial. Like, Stranger Things, with how the finale was set up, you couldn't kill anybody because everyone wasn't necessarily important, but they'd all been there from the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And they're all, you know, even though Steve has never fucking spoken to Will, like, they're all important to each other still because they're interconnected by their mutuals and whatever. There wasn't really anybody that you could have killed off without having to, like, stop and pause and take a moment.
Right.
And there wasn't a position there for the finale to do that. Because how do you... Like, if Giant Kaiju Mind Flayer had stepped on someone, how do you then pause and be like, oh, holy shit, and, like, show all these slow motion reactions and stuff while the fight's still going on? It would have felt weird.
Yeah.
So I don't... I think it's for the best that they didn't kill anybody.
Yeah, the stakes were not as high. I'll give it that. Like, the stakes seemed really high for the other, like, 4 seasons. And as much as, like, a giant mind flayer is scary, it's just one mind flayer. One mind flayer guy. They took a mind flayer guy out in season 3.
Mm-hmm.
That was, like, not that hard. Yeah. They fucked that bitch up. So, I don't know. It would have been cooler to see some other, like... That was my main thing. And we had just talked about how they said it in the documentary that they should have had demodogs or demobats and demogorgons. Like, it doesn't really make sense that there are no other creatures in this area. But the demobats, I felt like, should have been utilized, like, just before the final fight. If they had used all of the characters, like, they had demodogs in the finale, and they had a demogorgon. Like, they had Will take out a lot of the demogorgons. So you could say, like, maybe that was all the demodogs and demogorgons he had left. So, because he was using most of his energy. But he would have still had demobats. They should have used that when they were first in the Upside Down. Or, like, maybe had the military take out, like, a horde of them. Or just something to show that these characters are... They still... Like, these monsters still exist. Even though they're not going to be at that final fight.
No, they were used purely to kill Joseph Quinn and for no other reason.
That's literally it. Which people thought he was coming back, and he never came back.
Joseph Quinn seems so... Like, he was so over Stranger Things.
I don't blame him. That was terrible.
Did you see the interview thing where he's with Kit Connor and Will Poulter?
No.
And they ask him about Stranger Things. One of the interviewers asked him about, like, oh, are you going to be tuning in to the new episodes of Stranger Things? And he's like, oh, is it out? And I'm like, you know what? I believe him that he probably doesn't know it's even out. Like,
Yeah.
I buy that he's fucking out of that place. Because holy shit, like, that was the role that he had could have been like a fucking Harrison Ford Han Solo scenario where you're not escaping that character.
You're right.
But he's done such a good job of, like, creating other, you know, he's fucking Johnny Storm, he's doing indie films, you know, he was in Gladiator 2.
Yeah.
He's in A Quiet Place, you know, he's been doing pretty good.
I think it's cool.
He got the fuck out of there.
It's nice for him because, like, the character that he played was so distinct but looks so different from him.
Yeah.
Like, regularly. So that's kind of nice to be able to, like, go off and do other roles because he doesn't necessarily have to do that kind of character ever again if he doesn't want to.
Fun fact, he was in Game of Thrones.
Hey!
So, next up, the MCU is even more fucked than it already is. Because Joseph Quinn is in it, and he is killing... He killed Game of Thrones, he killed Stranger Things. Don't cast him. A Quiet Place probably made no money. Nobody remembers him in Gladiator.
I didn't fucking watch A Quiet Place, actually. This is crazy.
I'd like to, because he's in the one with the cat.
Right. I do like
and
cats.
I mean, that's...
There's
yeah,
a cat
I mean,
in
that's
my
the
lap
selling
right now.
point. And I think the cat looks like one of your cats.
Oh my god.
I'm Googling it real quick.
Like a
Quiet
cow.
Place Day 1. Oh, I have cow underwear on.
Wow. Twinning.
It... Oh my god. The cat does actually look like Apollo.
Really?
He's even got like a little Adolf Hitler fringe.
You know, it's so fun. Yeah. It's funny that we're talking about Percy Jackson now. That's why my cats have their name.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I thought Artemis was a girl when we first got him. But then we just
Oh,
I was I was
do
gonna
remember
change
you
his
saying that,
name.
actually.
Yeah, I was gonna change his name to Aries, but my mom was like, "No, I'm not remembering a new name for this cat. So
Yeah, that's
this
fair.
is just the name." And I was like, "Okay."